What's up everyone? Was that English? What's up everybody? I'm Colleen Ballinger and I had the craziest year of my entire life. I cannot believe it's over. I feel like every year of my life since I've been on YouTube, I look back on the year and I go, whoa, that was the wildest year of my life. I will never be able to top that. And this year, somehow I topped every year I've ever experienced, but I didn't do it on purpose. I kind of wanted to go through this year with you guys and talk about the highs and the lows, the very, very hard lows. Because that's what you do when there's a new year. You reflect and you make goals that you won't keep. So let's get started. 2018 started off pretty terribly for me, if I'm being honest. So in 2016 and 2017, I got to film, produce, and star in my very own Netflix original series called Haters Back Off. That was the best time I thought of my entire life. I never thought I'd be able to top anything like that. It was an incredible experience. I only have wonderful positive things to say about Netflix and everything I got to do with them. I still feel like the luckiest girl in the world that I got to make my own television show. They let me write it, star in it, produce it, be in charge of almost every decision. I lived in Vancouver for almost 2 years shooting it, and it was a beautiful, wonderful experience, and I never wanted it to end. Well, it ended. Netflix did not renew the show, and I was devastated. I talked about it a little bit online, but like I never went into the full details of how upset I really was, because I didn't want it to seem like I was ungrateful or like I was mad at Netflix or anyone involved. I wasn't. I was so grateful for everything that I got to do, but I was deeply devastated that the show was over. It really hit me harder than I thought it would. So the beginning of this year was really rough for me because I was in a dark, sad space of like feeling like people that I had created in my mind who were like family to me had passed away. I know that sounds really dramatic, but that's the only way I can explain how I felt. And I didn't know what I was gonna do next. I didn't know if that was the end of my career. I had no idea what was going to come. But I'm the type of person where I don't let things get me down for too long. I like to feel my emotions, and then I like to let my emotions motivate me to get creative and work really hard. So I got to do a lot of really fun videos this year. I got hypnotized, had snakes and tarantulas in my house. I faced my biggest fears. A psychic came and read our future and talked about the ghosts in our house. I did a lot of fun little series on my YouTube channel. And then I got to do Escape the Night, which is Joey Graceffa's YouTube Red show. That was super fun. I had the time of my freaking life. Also, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the series yet, don't watch the next 10 seconds of this video. But I got to die. I've never gotten to die in anything before, and that was super fun. That was the start of my year, just going like whoosh, like my year just got bananas after Escape the Night. One cool thing that changed my life this year was we got a dog. Corey got a dog, but Corey lives with me, so it's basically my dog too. Then something crazy happened. I got pregnant. So Eric and I knew we were meant to be forever. We felt like we were at a really good age to have kids, and we knew we wanted to be married, and we thought, well, let's just try to have kids. It'll probably take a few years. It didn't take a couple years. It took like a couple days. And we were over the moon excited, like so excited. Best news of my whole freaking life. So this year I got pregnant and engaged and married all in the same year. Yeah, we got married. Whoops, forgot to tell you that one. I was nominated for a Teen Choice Award. I was nominated for a Kids Choice Award. I was supposed to go and present at the Kids Choice Awards, and I couldn't make it, so my adorable nephew went in my place dressed like Miranda, walked the red carpet and crushed it. Heidi Klum came up to him and was like, oh my God, you're so cute. And he was like, whatever, and like walked away from her. So he didn't break character. I'm very proud of him. I went to VidCon, which was super fun. I was pregnant at VidCon and nobody knew. I thought that I looked so pregnant at VidCon. I didn't look pregnant even a little bit, but I remember walking around being like, oh my God, everyone's staring at my baby bump. I look so pregnant, and I definitely didn't. Then I got to go on Kelly and Ryan, and it was my first pregnant appearance. Then I was on the Stephen Colbert show this year, which was so crazy. I wrote my second book, which became a New York Times bestseller, which is awesome. So now I have 2 New York Times best-selling books out, which is mind-boggling. So thank you to anyone who's ever bought one of my books. I released 2 lipsticks this year. I worked on them all year long. I have a Miranda Sings lipstick and a me lipstick that's called Daisy May, and they're so cute. If you haven't gotten them yet, you can go get them, mirandasingslipstick.com. I filmed a Netflix comedy special at the Kennedy Center this year. What? I can't believe that happened. That will be coming out very, very soon, hopefully. We're still working on editing it and producing it, but you guys will see it soon, I promise. You know when you go on Netflix and you're like, oh, should I watch Ellen DeGeneres do her stand-up comedy? Or should I watch Amy Schumer do her stand-up comedy? Who should I watch tonight? I'm gonna be one of those people pretty soon. So grateful for the experience. So happy I got to work with Netflix again. We got to 10 million subscribers on the Miranda Sings channel, 8 million subscribers on this channel, which is what? Like, I cannot believe it. I'm still waiting for my diamond plaque from YouTube. Hello, girl. Send me that ish. I toured a lot this year. I went to London and Ireland, and I also toured all over America. I toured around kind of on the weekends, and then I did a big bus tour, which was so much fun. I was pregnant on my bus tour, which was really hard, but it was a blast, and I can't wait to go on tour again. What? I said I was not going to tour again this year. I said goodbye to Miranda Sings. It was very emotional and very hard for me to say goodbye to being on tour, but I didn't know what it was gonna be like to have a baby. I didn't know if I was gonna have him and be like, oh no, I'm never touring again. I didn't know if I was gonna have him and there would be complications and I need to stay at home with him all the time. I still don't know, but all I know is I really wanna go on tour again. I thought I was saying goodbye to Miranda Sings forever on tour, but like now I'm kind of like, I think my baby could handle it. I'm basically telling everyone like, I'm probably gonna go back on tour soon. I can't wait to go back on tour. And everyone around me is like, Colleen, you still have stitches in your lady bits? Let's cool it for a minute. So we'll see what happens. We raised over $80,000 for kids with cancer this year. Every year we raise money for childhood cancer for my birthday. It's all I ever want from you guys. And this year, you guys did not disappoint me. Over 80 grand going to kids who need help. Very proud of you guys for that one. I was in Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph Breaks the Internet. I got to voice a character. Not only did I get to voice a character, I got to voice myself. So Disney made a cartoon of me, of my face, and I got to voice it. And it was in a movie, a Disney movie. I was in a Disney movie this year. I am a Disney cartoon. What? Then my lovely, wonderful, adorable, perfect friend Ariana asked me to be in her music video this year for her song Thank You Next. That video ended up breaking all these records. It was like the most viewed video in the first 24 hours, and it literally breaking every record ever. So I can't believe me and my pregnant self and my unborn son were in that video. So thank you, Ariana, for asking me to be a part of such an iconic moment in your career and in your life, because it became one of the most iconic moments in my life too, and one of the best moments of my year. I had so much fun on set with Ari. We were just laughing the whole time, and it was honestly one of the best days of my year, because even though this was the best year of my life and I just listed all of these incredible things that I got to do, it was also the hardest year I have ever experienced, ever. Most people when they're pregnant are like glowing and love it and it's so great. That was not my experience. I had a very, very, very hard pregnancy. If you guys followed me at all this year, you know I was pretty much always crying while I was pregnant, and that is because I was really miserable. Now, most pregnant women are kind of miserable when they're pregnant because essentially you have a parasite inside of you sucking all of your energy and all of your nutrients. There was not a single day of my pregnancy that was enjoyable. It was very painful, very emotional. It really messed with my mental state of mind. So I was really depressed. I hated everything about me. I was just sad all the time. Even with all these wonderful things happening around me, I could appreciate the wonderful things, but then when I would think about how I felt about myself and how I physically felt in my body, I was a really, really sad person. And I was in a lot of pain. My pelvic bone kind of decided to be like, babish. I was in a wheelchair for a while. I was fainting all the time. I was vomiting a bunch. I had heartburn, indigestion, constipation, hemorrhoids, really bad congestion. I couldn't breathe. My lungs got squished. I would choke, pee every 5 seconds, horrible insomnia, mood swings, bloody noses, muscle cramps, and all of these things would happen in a day. At the end of my pregnancy, I got something called cholestasis. I think that's how you pronounce it, which is where your liver decides to leak bile into your bloodstream. It can be really dangerous for the baby, and I was convinced my baby was going to die, so I was a sobbing wreck every single day. The only cure for cholestasis is the baby getting out of your body. So my body decided to help me out with that, and my water broke 3.5 weeks early. I'm making this video in 2018. I'm not supposed to have a baby yet. He was supposed to come on January 1st, 2019, but he decided to come on December 10th, 2018, and it was the best day of my entire life. This wonderful, perfect, sweet little boy has changed the game. He has made me the happiest I have ever been. I have never loved anything more. I have never enjoyed life or seen life this way before. He is wonderful. I am exhausted. I don't sleep anymore, but I do not care. I am so happy that he's in my life. I'm so happy that I have an incredible husband who helps me take care of him, and he takes care of me, and he's the most selfless, wonderful, sweet, perfect man just in the world. I feel so lucky. I don't know how he exists, and I hope my son is exactly like him when he grows up. I'm not trying to brag about all the wonderful things that have happened to me this year. It's all because of you guys. So this video is me saying thank you. Thanks for supporting me and watching me and loving me through the highs and the lows. I know I annoyed the snot out of you guys this year with pictures of my pregnant tummy and whining about my pregnancy and crying about my pregnancy and talking about my pregnancy. But a lot of you stuck with me through it and supported me through it, and I am so appreciative of you. And I'm so appreciative of you guys coming to my live shows, buying my book, buying my lipstick, just everything you've done to support me. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I'm so appreciative of you guys. But most of all, thank you for donating to childhood cancer. That was honestly the best thing you guys did for me all year. You're gonna change a lot of people's lives. This was the hardest year of my whole life, but it was also the best year I've ever had, and I cannot imagine a world in which I can top this year. So thank you to everyone who supported me all year, and thank you for subscribing to me and watching my videos and watching this crazy journey that I've been on. I love you guys more than I could ever explain. I can't wait to see what happens in 2019. Hopefully it'll be awesome, but maybe it'll suck. And if it sucks, that's okay, because there's always 2020. Whoa, that sounds like really future-y. If you guys want to see more of me, make sure to subscribe to this channel or subscribe to my vlog channel where I try to vlog every day, but I usually fail pretty horribly. You can subscribe to the Miranda channel to see me being a total idiot, or you can follow me on my social medias where I tweet really dumb things in the middle of the night when I'm not sleeping. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and I hope you have a fantastic 2019, and I encourage you guys all to reflect on this last year and think about all the horrible times because you can learn from them, and think about the good times because it's important to appreciate the good times when you have them. I love ya, and I'll see y'all next year. Bye.